When we left off, we were in the Necropolis. We just finished killing the super mutants. Right in this room here, we can get a lot of good ammo. We can find some rockets for the rocket launcher. Just a lot of good stuff. Unfortunately, I'm having to choose what I can pick up and what I don't have room for at this point. Now, what's really cool is that if you picked up the junk from the sewers, which you see in the last video, you're going to be able to repair the water pump here. And that's cool because then the ghouls are going to allow you to actually take the water chip that you're going to find in the vault that's below. Don't forget that there is actually another bookcase over in the corner. You can't really see more than just a little bit of it, but you will find a gun there as well. Here you can see I'm kind of going through it and being like, what do I want to keep? What do I not want to keep? What's better to take? Don't really need the Molotov cocktails because I don't really use them. I mean, I guess I could, but I don't. And there we go. So there is a door out of this room that leads down a hallway. There's nothing really in the room on the left here. You can take a look, but there's really nothing in there, just junk. Heading to the back of the hallway and through the door is where you will find the water pump. You have to equip the junk and then use it on the water pump itself. You can do this by just putting it in your item 2 slot. And there we go. You get 1,000 experience for fixing the water pump. If you head to the back of this room, you're going to find jail cells, and there's a ghoul in one of the cells. You're going to have to pick the lock. If you put points into your lock picking, you're going to be able to pick it pretty easily. When you let him out, he's going to give you a screen here, and you're going to say, where does the water come from? At this point, he tells you about the place that is downstairs, that's in the basement, and that place is the vault. He tells you it's in the cell next door, and this is how you find out how to get to vault number 12. So you open the door in the vault next to him, walk inside, and you will see a ladder down. I would definitely save game. If you save game a lot, it's going to help you in the long run. Heading down here, you're in a single room, but you can go down the well. And that takes you down another ladder and into the sewers once again. Here you're going to come across the glowing guys that the ghouls mentioned. These are also ghouls, but they're glowing ghouls. They're a little tougher. you are going to have to fight them. You can't just walk by them. Unlike the other ghouls, these guys want to fight. Luckily, they're not all that hard to take out even on your own. So if Ian died, don't worry. Now, even though the shotgun has to be reloaded a number of times, it's worth using because it does do quite a bit of damage, especially at a close range. At this point, we head up through the tunnel, and we can already see the vault door, or what used to be the vault door. It is, again, like most of the vaults we've come across, covered in rust. It's really eroded. Whatever happened here, it couldn't have been good. And as we walk up and through the door, we head to the left. It's the same layout as Vault 15. Most of these vaults have pretty much the same layout. And at this point, we can open the elevator, which is working. So here we don't need the rope. We can just go on down to level 2. Looking at level 2, if you take a quick cursory glance around, you'll see there's really nothing here. Just a lot of ghouls. If you want to kill them, kill them. You don't really need to. There's not much. So we're just going to head on down to level 3. Because what we're looking for is the command room where we're going to have access to the water chip. On this level, I found that the glowing ghouls, they don't really care too much about your existence. You can walk into a room, they're not going to attack you. They really don't care you're there. They just kind of seem to be staring blankly into the computer screens. It is more creepy than anything. Here you're going to find another room, which is filled with lockers. Well, 2 of them. I guess it's not really filled, is it? It does state as you walk in that the room looks particularly ransacked. The lockers are empty. If you continue down the hallway and then head to the east, you're going to find the command room. Now, if you speak to one of these ghouls, they're going to tell you if you try to make any changes to anything, they're going to attack you. Just ignore them. You can just walk past them or kill them if you want. But you don't have to. You'll see one working computer here. That's where your water chip is. So you grab that, you gain 1,000 experience points for getting the water chip out of the computer. You're not going to find much else out from it because it is just running the water system. After that, you can pretty much head out of here. As you can see, I just walked right by the ghouls. Like, they're not causing me any issues, so. Not a big deal. At this point, we can head home and bring the water chip home to Vault 13, where it all began. And that way, we end the portion of the quest that actually has a timer on it. Now, that doesn't mean the game is over. That's just your first major quest. However, it will end the time limit that you have to complete it, because only that first major quest actually has a time limit on it. So once you're able to complete it, you don't have to worry about that anymore. You can kind of take your time with the game. But I like to get this part of the quest done as quickly as possible, just so I don't have to worry about issues where, you know, game ends, not because you're dead or anything like that, but simply because you didn't get the water chip in time. So just head on back up to level 1. Head out of the vault. And now you have to make your way back out of the necropolis and the sewer areas. Now, if you didn't pay attention to where you were going, this can be a problem. Here you can see one of the ghouls is back up already. Take them out again and walk on by. We go up the ladder. Back in the room, up the ladder again. This is going to bring us up by the water pump. I went in here to check this room. There's a bookshelf in here. Nothing in it though, so just kind of a waste of our time. Head back through the room with the water pump. Back down the long hallway. And then we can walk right out the front door since we've already killed the super mutants. At this point, we have to find our way back through the sewers. And of course, there are more rats. There's always more rats. By this point, I was so fed up of rats, I was honestly kind of hoping I'd see a cockroach or something, but just rats. All kinds of rats. I was honestly considering changing my weapon, but I ended up just deciding to reload the shotgun and just kill the rat and go. It's a lot easier to move once you're out of combat. You're not restricted by the number of moves that you can make. Here you're going to find that even when you take the ladder up, you didn't go that far, so you probably don't want to take this route that I did. I just got confused directionally and ended up in the wrong section of sewer. So ended up having to fight a bunch of rats that I really probably honestly didn't need to fight to begin with. So as you can see here, we came up not far away from where we were. And then I remember, oh wait, that's right. So once I get my bearings and realize where it is that I am, here you can see I'm looking around. I'm like, wait, am I? Yeah, I'm actually just a few feet away. Wait, why? Why did I do this? So don't bother going down that sewer. You can, however, head for the exit grid or just find another sewer hole. Here I actually did it twice. That's hilarious. Like I went down, I got out, I said, no wait, this is the wrong way. And then I literally did it again. I had to do it twice, like just to get through my brain that that was the wrong way to go. Absolutely horrible. And there I am making the horrible realization. Now, if you go inside of this building, you will find the actual manhole you're supposed to go down. This is the actual way to get out if you don't want to just go out the exit grid. I wanted to take this direction specifically so I could speak to the ghoul leader again. I wasn't sure if I needed to talk to him to kind of turn in the quest or not. So that's why I'm going through the trouble of actually doing this. Ends up, I didn't really actually need to do that. But it's always good to just make sure. So I found my way back to the ghoul leader after going the wrong way twice in a row, like literally right in a row. And then talk to him. He just basically says, thanks, bye. Good luck. Continue to head out of the sewers down the long, dark hallway of doom. You get through here, past all the bodies. This is actually the way that we came in. Head up the ladder. Now we're back out where all the ghouls are just standing around looking really creepy. And we can head for the exit grid. Now remember, if you get too close to them, like I just did, they are going to attack you. They don't move very quickly, so if you want to just keep kind of walking and head for the grid, you can. If you want to stop and actually fight them, you can. If you remember, they don't do very much damage at all. You know, I mean, they're just regular ghouls. They also can't move very quickly, so you can easily outrun them. The real challenges that you're going to face in the Necropolis are the super mutants, which is actually, it can be a lot trickier than it looks, because if they get a crit on you, like I said, you're gone. You're like Ian. Anyway, you're going to head out afterwards. The other only real challenge you're going to face is possibly getting lost. But hopefully you have a better sense of direction than I do. After this, we're heading straight back to our vault, Vault 13. We want to get that water chip back to the overseer. This is, as I said, going to end that timer, and that is worth gold, because then you don't have to rush anymore. Go straight to level 4. Unless you need healed. Now, if you need healed, then you're going to go to level 1, because that's where the doctor is. In this case, we're heading straight for the command center, bypassing most of the rest. Go right in through here. You're going to find the overseer right at the back, past all the computers. He's sitting up in a very high-tech sort of sci-fi chair. You have to walk right up close in order to actually interact with him.
Have you found the chip? Okie dokie, one moment. The chip is initializing. There it goes. Self-test is grain. Reboot is good. Ha! It's working! And it looks like we have a winner! Oh, you've saved us. You've done it.
You're welcome.
You saved the vault. You should be proud. But now we need your report. We'll get it from you in the library. Please, go there now.
Okay. This teleports you directly over to the library. You're just suddenly there. If you use science on the computer, you can learn a little bit. Just says that you research important information. If you try it again after that, it's going to tell you you already know everything. You're going to want to head back out through the library door, back through the hallway. You want to go back to the overseer. Now, this is because that is how you're going to start your next quest. I mean, really, technically, they could have just left you in that room, but they make you go through actually walking all the way back again. It's bureaucracy. What do you expect?
I just wanted to let you know that the water supply is stabilized. Actually, we're rebuilding our reserves. You did great. I am a little concerned, however.
About what?
I don't like your reports. What was in the reports, that is. In fact, they scared the heck out of me. It's those mutants. I've done some calculations and, well, I've come to an unpleasant conclusion.
What's that?
The mutant population is far greater than could be expected by natural growth or mutations. This leads me to believe, and I don't really understand it, but it looks like someone's generating new mutants, and at a startling rate.
Must be a lab somewhere then.
Exactly. And as you've probably guessed, none of these mutations could have occurred naturally, even with the radiation from the war.
And what do you want me to do about it?
As long as someone is creating hostile mutants at this rate, the vault's safety is at stake. Find and destroy this lab as soon as you can.
Okay. With that, we are being sent back out. If you use the computers in here, you will just find out that they're servicing different parts, you know, running different sections of the vault, which makes complete sense. You're going to head back out into the hallway. You can talk to the security guard. He doesn't have much to say, though, just basically that it'll keep people from breaking the law or stealing water and that sort of a thing. There is a quest you can get before you turn in the water chip to do with people stealing water. It is, however, one of the side quests. It's not a part of the major quests, so the side quests, really, you can do them if you want. You don't have to. You can get some water in this room, which is useful. You can find a little bit of stuff in the lockers here that you can use. Now the mentants help you to raise your abilities temporarily, generally surrounding intelligence. So that can help if you have a lower intelligence. If you're not too smart, you'll also find yourself some stim packs, which are always good. And that's about all you're going to find in there. Head back out. And over to the elevator. At this point, we're going to take the elevator and we're going to head up. Now you can stop on level 2 if you want. Not much here. These are the living quarters, so, you know, there's just not a lot there. Not much to see. If you head back up to level 1, though, you are going to find both the exit and the doctor. So if you want to stop in there, get treated for any wounds you might have, any radiation, anything like that. If you check the computer here, it's just going to tell you that it is, of course, running what's necessary for the medicine bay. Here you can tell the doctor you need help. They help you, and you're done. At this point, you can head back out and make your way to the vault entrance. And that is it. You have completed the first quest. At this point, we're into the meat and potatoes of the game. I want to thank you for being here and for watching this video with me and going through it. If you're playing the game, I hope you're enjoying it, and I hope that these videos are helpful. If you could do me a favor and hit the like button, smack it around. If you would hit the subscribe button and turn on all notifications, and hopefully I will see you in the next video.